Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday, October 21st show of Push to Talk. We have hanging out with us today McLeod and Sothersill, along with myself, Eric.
Hello.
Hello there.
Yeah, and we're going to see how good Eric is at actually doing stuff. We're not sure.
Oh dear.
Oh, by the way, I have to share my 93-month sub anniversary.
Oh, yep. Good point. Very good point. But yes,
by the
welcome
way,
everybody to everybody to the the first Saturday talk show from Imperium News.
The first ever.
first ever.
Well, the first
First
one on
ever.
Saturdays. The first one on Saturdays is specifically.
Show
Yeah.
here before.
A little
There's never been a talk show on Saturday ever before from Imperium News.
There's never been a talk show. This is the first talk show ever.
First talk
in
show
history.
Alrighty. So, and by the way, drops are enabled, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to share that amongst all your friends, hey, come here, get drops. Yay. Last year, they were enabled on our side. You know, CCP screwed something up, and apparently they fixed it. So that's always a good thing, right? So, yeah.
You do need to include the yay when talking to your friends. It's very important.
Very important.
Yeah. It's an important part of the sentence.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I saw.
Is it working?
No, it's not.
It's gonna be one of these episodes, isn't it? Like it's just gonna be one of those episodes.
No.
Oh no! Yeah.
I'm gonna move. I gotta move some of my stuff around so that I can see what's going on appropriately on these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know,
but yeah,
see.
what have you guys been up to this week? You know, how have you guys been?
I have been working my butt off, so I haven't even really logged into any game all week, basically. Maybe Atlas to keep my ship from disappearing, but like for 10 minutes, that was it.
Yeah, I've been working as well.
You still play Atlas?
Yes, I do. I like it because on the Supreme Gaming Atlas, there are very specific grids for PvP, and they do events where you go in there, and they have lots of. They've taken the grind out of it. There's no grind.
Oh, that's good.
Okay,
yeah.
There is building, okay, and building ships, and it's people sell things in there. So I think it was for 50,000 gold, I got, or actually Scythe got it. It wasn't me. Got us all mythical, large shipbuilding dock things.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and they have cooler ships that you can fight. They've got Viking ships on the PvE side of fighting ships, right? There's Viking ships.
Yeah.
There's other pirates, and then there's ships of the damned. So it's relatively easy to even get gold, so that you're not sitting there, having to fund your islands and all that stuff. It's just so much easier. So yeah, so it's much more fun, and you get to sail around and do things rather than and fight when you want to fight.
Yeah,
which is cool.
That
and they even have
cool.
things like sailing races, so they'll have races. And they use the Supreme Pack that they have. So rather than having 4 or 5 sails that you have to man with 4 or 5 people, you can put 2 sails up and make them a 4x sail, right? So one person running the sail, and it's really the equivalent of 4. So you can put more people on guns and things like that. So it's but you can still claim islands, right? and do all that
Mhm.
stuff and tax your islands and things. So it is fun. And the people are generally nice. It's just a nice place to hang out. So I do go there and hang out every once in a while, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, that's the only thing. But for me, it's been a big work week because I do want to give a shout out here because anybody who has maybe a smaller company that wants to have their email hosted, right, their domain hosted, and things like that. Microsoft has really done a nice job with that. Just a technology little 2 minutes here, where you can host your email, you get SharePoint, you get Teams for a pretty cheap amount, and you actually have one of their cloud tenancies. So then you can use all their cloud services or a number of them that just come with it. So I've been having lots of fun doing automations and things like that in there that have really cut down on some of our paper overhead. And it's been pretty easy, and it's not a programming type of thing, right? It's a low code environment. So shout out to Microsoft and what they have out there for cloud services for really small companies at a really reasonable cost. Doing well. So, working.
Fantastic, dude.
Given my you'll hear it here first. My guys are getting a raise, so they don't know yet. And they don't know what it is, but they're getting one. So none of them watch the show. So I'm very excited.
They don't realize it yet, but yeah, they best like it because they're going to be getting it regardless.
Yes. Yeah. Damn it. Like it. Well, sometimes you have people that say, I don't want the raise because they make too much money and they may lose some service that they get for free.
They jump into the next, sort of. They may jump into the next tax bracket, which will.
No.
They don't understand how tax brackets work.
No, they do. But no, the worst thing is if they get something like discounted childcare based on their income level, right?
Oh, right, yeah. Okay,
they pop up, or discounted housing, and they pop over that level. It costs them more to get the raise than the raise gets them, and they don't want it. And we work with them on that. I mean, you can't make. It's like these are the things in America that I complain about. Shit like that. It's just stupid. Okay. That's how we have some dumb things. Like we prevent people from getting ahead by doing stuff like that, I think. But I digress. We're not going to talk politics too much. So yeah. How about you guys? What's going on with you guys? I mean, Soth has a milkshake, as we all said. I did actually ping that out, Soth.
I do have a milkshake, yeah.
Was it chocolate, strawberry, vanilla? What was it?
No, it's banana.
Banana.
Oh, banana.
Banana.
Yep. Banana.
Well, you have been figuring out ways on, using up bananas. It seems like,
Yeah.
Either you really like bananas, you seem to buy a lot of them, or you somehow, something happened, a transaction occurred, and you, instead of getting, a dozen bananas, you got like 10 dozen bananas, and you're like, oh shit, how am I going to use all of these?
I mean, bananas are healthy, except for the sugar, of course. They have a lot of fiber. They have some pretty essential vitamins. So, yeah.
Good shit.
I like bananas.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
By the way, thank you for the subscription.
And they do make good milkshakes.
They do make good milkshakes, yeah.
Yeah.
We are a fan of the banana here at Host Erik Asmock. By the way, my the missus is out running a half marathon as we're having fun here. She should be done soon, or home soon. So she ran a half marathon today. So she will be coming home and eating some bananas because bananas help her avoid cramps, right? Muscle cramps.
Oh, yeah.
Not the other muscle cramps, right?
Another reason I like bananas, because I have problems with cramps in my leg.
Yeah, see? And if you're like me and you're old and you remember a TV show in the US called, I think it was LA Law, okay? It was funny, and they may have used a banana in that show to show somebody how to use a certain birth control device. Okay, and then the funny
we
thing,
learned it in school. Like,
hold
not
on.
even kidding.
You have to watch LA Law. I'm not going to go into the details on the why, but okay.
It's either a banana or it's a cucumber or something.
It's funny because this scene has stuck with me for decades, right? So you know what they've used this banana for earlier in the show, right? And the guy's just holding the banana and they're talking about it. I don't know what they're doing, right? And this other dude goes, "Are you going to eat that banana?" And they all go, "No." Right? And he goes, "Oh, good. I'm feeling a potassium low." And he takes the banana and walks away. So this whole, like, every time somebody talks about a banana, this whole, I feel a potassium low, like, pops into my brain, and I don't know why. But I know why, because it's a funny scene. So, yeah. Drinking coffee, eating chips.
So what you're telling us is that when you're alone, you're standing in front of the mirror trying to eat a banana sexy.
By the way, John, absolutely. That was another great scene in Beverly Hills Cop there, where Axel Foley puts a banana in a tailpipe.
Oh, yeah.
And right before that, he goes, "I just need a couple bananas." Oh, you just take those bananas. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Banana chips. You know what? Some people like banana chips. I'm not a fan of the banana chip. I like plantain chips. I like plantain chips, like, because they're salty and savory.
I don't think I've ever had a plantain chip. So, that's new to me.
A what?
Plantain chip.
It's like have to explain this to a German.
It's like a banana, but it's not sweet. It's a little less sweet.
Oh, we call it cooking banana.
Okay.
Like, unironically, that's what it's called in German.
So, like,
I mean, I can't, like, as a Brit, I can't complain because, like, we have cooking apples as well. So, like, yeah, it's just a different fruit.
What's a
like? So, yeah, I can't say anything against that one. So,
in the United States, we have apples that are kind of classified apples you'd cook with versus ones you won't. Yeah, potato chips, but yeah, starchier. Yeah, they're crunchier. They're harder too, but yeah, I love plantain chips.
By the way, there's no such thing as cook. But I just want to mention this. There is no such thing as cooking wine. If you are cooking with wine, if you're defining wine that you wouldn't drink, but you're fine with, like, putting in some in food, then it's gonna make the food taste horrible. So, like, just use wine that, like, actually tastes good.
I disagree. It depends on what you're cooking. My apple cider cake, for example, you put cider in it, right? French cider, so actual apple wine, not
hard cider.
I do believe there's another name for that cake as well.
I love German food, Hippojax.
Right, but the thing is, I don't like that to drink that cider.
See, if I wouldn't drink it, I won't cook with it because you don't use it all to cook with. You don't usually use, like, a whole bottle of wine, so you're just sitting there drinking the wine while you're cooking.
You do for this cake. You use an entire bottle.
I would say that with cider, at least, you're probably cooking off some you're caramelizing some of the sugars and stuff. But you're obviously cooking off the alcohol, but you're also intensifying the sugars in it as well when you're cooking it. So
there's not much sugar in it. That's why I don't like it. It's not a sweet wine, right? You actually add a ton of sugar for the cake.
No, but it will, you know, intensify those. Like what little amount of sugar there is in there will intensify it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. And you're also putting it over a bunch of apples, so there's that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I might be a little daring tonight. And I'll explain
Yeah.
it. So I was like, we have a wine cellar in the basement. Okay.
Okay.
You
And
have a basement?
Yeah, I have a basement. And
We don't have those here.
Yeah, I have those here. We have 2 bedrooms, a half kitchen, and a full bathroom, and a giant fireplace and stuff in our basement. But we also have like a wine little cellar room down there. And we were going through it this week, and I found a Chardonnay from 2012 was in there. And I'm like, dare I? It's a little old for a Chardonnay, but we're gonna see if it turned. We're gonna see if it's any good tonight. So we'll see.
Okay.
In fact, I think I have 2 of them. I don't know how I got 2 Chardonnays that are that old. Well, I do know because white wine in this house, I'm the only one who will drink it. My wife only drinks red wine, and in fact, you can tell what she went through. Like, she used to only drink Cabernet, right? So I have some. I think I have 3 left. 2002 Cabernet. She won't drink them because she doesn't drink Cabernet anymore. She only drinks Pinot Noirs, right? So we have a whole bunch of those. So, the reds last longer, but we'll see if this Chardonnay tonight is any good. Or, maybe we'll be cooking with it if it's really crappy. I don't know.
We shall see.
No, we'll see. But yeah, 2012, I'm like, holy shit, I don't know if they'll be any good. And by the way, to everybody out there, Erik will drink wine. Erik will enjoy wine. But it's just, my theory on wine is you don't have to pay $8 million a bottle for wine. You just buy what you like. Because I have conducted too many live taste tests, because that's a thing we used to do. And we would hide the bottles that people were drinking, and I guarantee you, every time, everybody liked the cheap red wines the best. And like, somebody had like $100 bottle of wine, like not restaurant $100, but like regular $100 wine, and nobody would like that wine. And then the person who had that wine would be all pissed off. You're like, it's $100 bottle of wine. I can't believe you don't like it. No, we didn't know.
Yeah, it's
You
like
what you like, dude.
the wine snobs are like, oh yeah, like wine has to be dry to be good. And my opinion is, well, we should leave all the dry wines for the snobs then.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like them all. I like varied wines. It's just, but it's always fun when the $10 bottle of wine wins. By the way,
I've had I don't know if you had this. It's an Italian reinforced wine. It's called Marsala. And you actually drink it warm.
Ooh.
Interesting.
And it's really nice.
I have we will drink it's not a wine, but it's like a liqueur. I think it's called Nacello. But basically, how you have amaretto, which is almond based, right? This is walnut based. And you serve it warm in the winter. It's so good, the walnut ones. Sake warm, yeah. Sake. I've had sake warm and cold. Sake is one of those wines that there are so many flavors of it. It's amazing, right? It's not one thing, right? You can have very sweet, desserty type sakes and just all kinds of cool stuff. But yeah, I mean, hey, that's our alcohol portion, right, of the show, which we didn't pre-script at all. It was just like, I don't know why. We just
you
started
make that
talking
sound
about it.
as though you make that sound as though we did pre-script it, or in a sort of like a turnabout kind of way that we didn't actually pre-script it, but we do pre-script other things. We don't pre-script anything. Like
the thing is,
off the cuff. Like
the
we could
thing
go
is,
anywhere.
if you have been to any Eve meet with me in the past 2 years, I probably converted you to be a rum drinker.
yeah, I mean, I can imagine that.
I mean, who sat there and said, "Oh, sugarcane, we can ferment that shit." Best line,
I mean,
yeah,
Pirates of the
probably somebody who
Caribbean.
fermented something else and was like, I think we could probably do the same thing that I did with this other thing this other time, and we could make alcohol that like really will get us fucked up.
Hey, Pirates of the Caribbean. Best line in Pirates of the Caribbean. But why the rum? When she burns everything on the island. But why the rum? Burn everything else, but why the rum?
God damn it, Seema.
Thank you.
God damn it.
By the way, just so you know, chat, you could steer this show so easily just by saying things in chat. Send us on a tangent anywhere.
Quite easily. Quite fucking. I do have to say that I'm going to be.
It's not exactly a tangent. We haven't really been on any topic yet, so
that's true.
No,
we
haven't. This is extremely true. We haven't been on any particular topic at this point in time.
McLeod, you're on your avatar.
Sorry?
You're on your avatar, right? Not camera.
I am on my avatar, yes, okay. Because I broke my HDMI cable that went from my what is it?
70-year-old
webcam like capture card thing to my PC. So yeah, fuck. Okay. I'm waiting for Amazon to send me a replacement. So I can actually plug it back in.
Grenade got a bottle of.
I was fucking around with things last night, and like I pulled my PC a bit too far, and it kind of grinked. Yeah.
Well, Hippie Grenade has a bottle of 70-year-old rum. He's waiting for the day to drink that.
Steve, there's so many Dark Shine memes out around that. Like I might have. I don't know. There's. I feel like there's new ones every fucking week or something. But feel free to PM me or like send post it in chat, and if the bot eats it, I will grab it from its mouth and repost it.
So I hear Mac is only going to be here for another half an hour.
Unfortunately, so yeah. I have a
what?
I have something. I've so oddly enough, and it's a very weird thing, but it's something that has been like queued up and set up for like quite a while now. But there's a con going on, like a convention going on, sort of thing. There's a fest, there's a fan fest of a different spaceship game going on this weekend, and apparently it's the first one for 4 years. And although the last one, although I've heard that previous ones have been so bad that we've done better jobs at like actually broadcasting stuff in a more professional manner than them. But apparently, Star Citizen are having their Citizen Con, which is like their fan fest this weekend. And apparently, there's a watch party that I've said that I was going to be there like from the start, and yeah. So that's literally starting in like half an hour. Yeah.
Wow. Well, enjoy. We'll miss you.
Sorry.
By the way, one of my Facebook memories, because I'm old, I still use Facebook, right? I don't use Instagram. A memory from Goon Vegas came up, right? And it was when they took the water bottles and they put a sticker over all the water bottles for Heal Team 6, right? And it was 3,200 Navy Cap boosters, right? There's like 5 or 6 of them on there. So because in Vegas, when it's really hot, you got to make sure that you hydrate. And when you're drinking, right, that was probably the real thing, right? you're drinking, make sure you hydrate with water. So everybody got a water bottle with the Heal Team 6 on it. And I was like laughing. I'm like, I have to repost this. So I did. And here's the thing, right? Most of the people who, are Facebook followers, they don't know what the hell Eve is. They're like, what the hell's that? That's kind of cool. What is that? All right. I'm just sitting there going, you wouldn't understand. You're not part of you're part of the unwashed. You wouldn't get this Eve crap. So forget it.
So I've got a quick preview of our new nameplates for the.
Oh yeah.
Like we're using the old nameplates right now, right? The new nameplates should look like this. Should transition over.
Are you going to transition over? I'm waiting.
Yeah, it should transition over.
There you go. Wow, that's kind of smaller. That looks.
It is a little smaller. Yeah, it is a little smaller.
And I'm seeing a little bit of the blue squarishness too. It doesn't quite match.
Have you heard that often, Mac?
No.
I'm like looking at it like real close because I'm old and yeah. I like it though. I like it. Be cooler if it moved.
That'll be a more difficult one to basically.
Like a little glossy thing coming around it.
You could kind of put it together, but then it'd be more layers for you guys to sort out and actually get correct and stuff. So yeah.
Would it? I'm pretty sure I could.
Preview.
I mean,
I can see what I can put together.
Yeah, well, it's not like I have full confidence in you being able to do it, Soth, but everybody, putting a camera up on the show.
I mean, changing the what do you call it? The thing around the nameplate itself.
Yeah.
Into an MP4 with transparency.
Yeah, it's just every single time that you have to put a new name and logo up on it, you're gonna have to do a re.
I have to render it again. Yes,
you have to re-render it and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Maybe just the stars get the cool one.
I think we do have one which does have a kind of a very meta show style movement or animation to it. So I'll see what we can do. But we do have some static ones already.
A segment, and by the way, guys, just say whether you might like this in chat or not, right? I think you guys may not know, but I think we should have a show where we have 2 contestants and we have an MC, and then we have a bunch of people on the screen just like we are, like Hollywood Squares. Do you know what Hollywood Squares is?
Yeah.
No.
The show. It was a game show where you had a bunch of celebrities in squares, and essentially you had a contestant trying to answer a question, and then they got an X or an O. They could request. I think they could request help from a celebrity or something like that, and they had to pick a celebrity.
Well, they pick a celebrity to try and match the same answer, right? So you have a 3x3 grid, right? And it's tic-tac-toe. Yeah. It's basically tic-tac-toe.
Okay, yeah. Lots of crosses.
And so you have to pick the celebrity to try and get the same answer that you might get or something like that. So it's kind of fun.
Okay.
It's almost as fun as Match Game. Match Game was the best in the US. You're homesick, right? You have 3 channels, you're homesick, right? And so when Match Game comes on, it's funny as shit because they're a little naughty. So it's good. I like it. I like Charles Nelson Riley, funniest motherfucker on the show.
I feel like even though we don't have Dawn here, and we don't have to, didn't need to, apply the Dawn rule today, even though we kind of have a little bit more excessively because it's already half an hour, half past the hour.
More excessive, but
It should probably break into an Eve topic, right?
Okay, do you have one of the ones that you brought up that you'd like me to and transition to?
There was some more information about the pirate insurgencies and stuff like that, some more concrete stuff, right?
Right.
There was a video out.
Well, let's Should we roll the video?
Yeah, might as well. It's like a 10-minute.
Well, I mean, we're not gonna do sound, but while we talk about it, we can.
Oh yeah, okay. That's fair. That's fine.
Just put it on the media screen. Let's see if Erik has mastered this yet.
And so some people out there might think like, oh, well, why do we even need to care about this? Because it's like low sec stuff, right?
Oh, look, I did bad. I did bad already. Look at that. There we go. I fixed it. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So why do we even need to care about this? And one of the main reasons is because the mechanics that are being presented here are going to be mechanics that are going to be the underlying, or the sort of like the fundamental mechanics that could very well make up a new sovereignty system that CCP will eventually, release to nullsec, right? And that's the important thing, the important aspect about this. So being able to understand this stuff, being able to see the problems, see the issues, and get movement on fixing issues with this in any way, shape, or form, it is like a fundamental thing that like nullsecers need to actually really move on, if you know what I mean, right?
I hear you.
So I guess like some of the interesting aspects of this is the way that the sort of the way that the insurgencies are going to affect systems, because although it's not specifically relating to nullsec, it can kind of make lowsec feel a little bit nullsec-y, because like some of the pirate like bonuses can actually cause you to be able to use bubbles and bombs in lowsec, which is actually pretty fucking cool. It also means that those lowsec kind of gangs that love using pods that have like an absolute ton of extremely expensive implants in could very well get fucked over by a bubble in a lowsec system. With these insurgency sort of with these corrupted, is it corruption? I can't recall the exact terminology, but like basically the corruption mechanics going on, which is actually pretty cool. One of the other interesting effects, which they seem to be like they seem to be nailing down, is like one of the strongest effects for the other side, right? That are fighting against the corruption mechanics or the pirate insurgency. It is an increased capability of being able to scram people at range, like an increased scram range, essentially, which is always beneficial, right?
So what you're saying, some cool shit that happens in nullsec needs to happen in other places in the game.
Yes, to some degree, but there's also it's also a case of like some cool shit that's happening in lowsec will eventually end up coming to nullsec, and making sure that this stuff isn't broke as fuck when it does come in is going to be very fucking important, right?
I vote going back to Dominion Sov. Just screw it. Okay. Because I miss being in fleet saying X up for pause destruction. Okay, I want that back.
What I have issue with the current system is that like you can lock an attack out just by being strong in your particular time zone. That's it. And that's what we see up north right now. Is like it's time zone tanking. And the reason why I don't like time zone tanking is because you don't have to leave your bubble of like your particular clique, your particular group, to be able to really truly defend your territory, right? One of the things that I've always really loved about Eve is the fact that it brings people from different cultures, from different communities, from different countries together. You know,
It does.
I
Yeah.
see that from a not from a gaming and uh, tribe kind of side of things, but just from a human side of things as being a very important thing and a very powerful thing, just for actual IRL, like for real people, is to kind of understand other people's cultures and to realize that like somebody from this country or that country or this culture or that culture is actually more more you have more similarities to them than differences at the end of the day.
You really do bring up one of the most interesting and coolest things about Eve. And that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, you just summarized it in a nutshell, and it's something that, like I said, and I've said many times privately, right? I get to go and hang out with people, but at the same time, when I say, and I do talk about the fact that we do this show, right? And I'm like, yeah, every weekend I spend a couple hours with my friends from, over in Europe, right? And they're like, whoa, wait, what? Yeah, and we have very interesting conversations, and everybody has very different views on things. We learn things all the time from each other, and it's just amazing to have those relationships. And the only reason I have those relationships is because of Eve Online, right? And the way it's built, right? We could go in there and play, Battlefield, right? You don't have those relationships in Battlefield. You don't get them,
Well,
I'm
some
sorry,
of us,
Starscream, but I had to fucking block that because that was just not good.
some of us actually
It
play
died.
Battlefield, or rather BattleBit now, with people we know from Eve.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah.
but again, stems
But
from Eve, right? Those relationships.
and the other thing is like when you're playing like an FPS game, like generally you're wanting a low a low ping, a low sort of latency, right? So you're playing with people who are close to you in terms of geographically, right?
Not just FPS. Like if you're thinking about World of Warcraft, for example, you kind of want your ping to be 100 milliseconds as well.
And that's the thing that that's kind of like one of these interesting things that I do like about Eve is it's not massively critical about like having a super low ping. Yeah, there's a little bit advantage, but there's not a massive advantage in comparison to like say FPSs. So you get more of this opportunity to be able to, coordinate, communicate, and generally sort of associate with other cultures, other groups, other ethnicities, other societies, different societies, all that kind of thing, right? Like different people. And in doing so, you get to realize that we all have more similarities than differences, and you can kind of cross that divide. But and so time zone tanking and having mechanics that enforce time zone tanking just I kind of feel is detrimental to the game.
Oh yeah, definitely. It kind of pushes you back to the normal way of MMOs, right? Where you are playing on a server with the people from your country.
Yeah, and plus, as the Corby Paw was kind of mentioning, right? You never know who you're going to be mixing with and coordinating with. You might coordinate with someone quite rich who you can go and get cheap holidays with when you go to I don't know the Seychelles or wherever, right? So I don't know, like these things can happen. But hey, if the only people that you're coordinating with are people who are geographically close to you, then that kind of sucks, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'm totally not planning to visit an Eve friend next year for a concert with a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
In a country I otherwise wouldn't have planned going to.
There you go. Still waiting for
Yeah, I
y'all to
wouldn't
come
have-
here and have some barbecue, little permane sandwich. You know,
that
as
would be
Seema
cool,
said,
yeah.
Seema was talking about, I think, some of the houses, you know, when the Pittsburgh toilet in the basement. By the way, my grandfather had a house like that. Basically, you just went into the basement. There was a shower, just a shower in the middle of the basement, and there was a toilet beside it, just a toilet. There's no walls. It's just the basement, man. It's kind of scary. That is not how Erik's house is.
So Glitch, I do get where you're coming from with regards to that, but like what I'm saying is, it's not like, so we used to have a mechanic, a sort of a pos mechanic where when it comes to pos reinforcements, right? And we would have this strontium mechanic, so strontium
Yep.
fuel, and what would happen is you would have this fuel that would basically cause the pos stick to basically be invulnerable for a certain period of time, and that amount of time was based on the amount of fuel that you had of this stront in the actual thing.
Oh yeah, that
you
was
could
like a whole
change
thing.
that, and you could move that and stuff, and you know that was a whole kind of thing. And the thing is, if you hit it in the you know a time zone that was, you know, essentially people would put the amount of stront available to time it so that when these things went out of reinforcement, it would be at their favorable time zone, right? It always had to be manually done to make sure that, you know, whenever the pos was attacked, that it would come out correctly, right? And if there wasn't somebody to sort of change that, you could technically go in, hit and reinforce this outside of your time zone to come out unfavorably to the people who owned it. It was a really cool mechanic because it allowed some interesting interplay. It allowed some advantage if you went out of your way to try and do something outside of your time zone as well. But it was also a thing where.
Did you accidentally say Dominion Solve was kind of cool? I mean, did you?
I didn't, because we're talking about pos. We're talking about Dominion.
What he's going.
We're talking about strong timing. That's what we're talking about. And so you know you could hit these towers, and you could also sort of hit them, and then like you know what was the phrase? Sort of like you would
Kiting. You would kite
it. Yeah, you'd kite the timer, right? So
here's the thing. You cannot change the stront amount if the tower's shields are below 50%. Right, so you would hit it under 50%, and then you would just sit there on grid and wait.
Yeah.
And you would do that for the amount of hours you need to get the timer further along, right?
Well, maybe not wait, but you would hit it below 50. So you'd hit it to below 50 so they couldn't change it, right? So you would hit it, they would get a notification that it's being hit. They would log in a guy who was logged off in that tower. He would come in, change the stront so it would exit, you know, favorably for them, but then you would hit it below 50. Not 49.9, but you'd hit it down to like 35 or something like that, right? And you would go away, and then every so often, 2 hours later or something like that, you'd spin up a new fleet that just goes and just plinks it a little bit more to keep it low. And then at some point, you would go and finish it off for it to come out at a favorable time for you, but an unfavorable time for them.
It was fun.
That's kind of how that worked. And it was fun. It created interesting kind of interplay, and it also created consistent content. Well, you know, a degree of consistent content, but also it also created a sort of large, mid-range, small-range content for a long period of time.
And you know, the thing about kiting is it had its own problems, but it rewarded the players who put in the work, right?
Yeah.
Instead of the other way around, like it is now.
Instead of just being like, oh yeah, we don't have to worry about it. It's just going to come out in our time zone, and we'll just mass a whole bunch of people and then not have a fight because we'll be totally uncontested because we have, ludicrous amounts of numbers. Right?
Also, rip my connection.
Yeah, what happened there, man? Like,
The usual.
No, your connection's fine.
No, it's not.
Hold it. I gotta move my windows around because I have giant windows. No, you're fine.
Yeah, now I am.
You're good.
Okay, did I just miss it? Okay.
But
Yeah,
I can only look at so many things.
Yeah, I miss that stuff. Well, I miss that. I miss the strong, like in the strong mechanics and gameplay that are revolved around it.
It was fun.
I kind of feel like it was such a great mechanic, and it's just like ended up on the cutting room floor now.
Like
So,
so many
essentially.
other mechanics.
Yep. Just for like a station announcement, just reminding everybody that if you like the show, enjoy the show, go to the Streamer Elements announcement there, the forums.gle, that's posted there. If you don't like the show and things we're doing, just forget that link even exists for us, and don't go there. The other thing. The other thing is drops are enabled again this week, so hang around. We're generally a 2-hour show, so we're almost through the first hour, but yeah, you'll get some stuff, and then we have the meta show coming up here at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern, which is
I believe there's going to be a bit of a wormhole show as well. So there's going to be some interesting wormhole conversations and action
on meta show
as such.
On
yes,
meta show?
I do believe.
Okay,
I do believe.
So, yeah.
Yes,
so a little teaser out there for you all.
And I'd like it to be known that yes, there is a lack of there's a lack of Dirk on the show today, but I've been reliably informed that he is definitely not at the Israeli embassy in any way, shape, or form at this point in time.
He may or may not be flirting with Greta Thunberg. We're not sure. He was a little murky on whether that was happening or not. I'm a little confused.
I do have a quote that I need to read out with regards to this.
Okay.
Let me just find it. Where are we at? Why can't I? Yes, here we go. Dirk would like it known that he is avoiding being lifted like Greta, who was arrested for protesting against oil companies earlier this week, even though they're making record profits and helping drive our economies and environments into the shitter.
By the way, that's a Dirk quote that is not necessarily representative of INN or its affiliates or even maybe some of the other hosts on the show
or any of its sponsors or any of that form, that kind of shit. Yeah, he's at a
a literary festival.
I'm just looking at the scroll back. Yeah, he's at a literary festival. He's not a literary festival. He's a festival. He's not literally at a festival. He's at a literary festival, which, strangely enough, in a really weird way, has apparently Vince Capel speaking or I don't know, narrating or reading something. I'm not sure, but like
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, if you know British politics for the last decade or two, then you probably know who Vince Capel is. But like, I wouldn't have expected someone like that to be speaking there. But whatever. Maybe Nadine Dorris, considering that she doesn't have fucking anything else to do now. But
I know Nadine Dorris now.
I mean, I mentioned that only because she's known for writing things.
Known for writing things.
Yeah, not nice.
I'm going to be honest.
Great things at all. Like,
I've never heard of a literary festival or literary whatever.
I haven't either, but apparently it's a thing.
Like, what do you do? Go there and hang out, and dress like your favorite author, walk around, drink some beer, listen to some poetry. What's going on? I don't know.
Dirk is there, quite literary.
Literary.
Wow. No.
I thought I'd add that,
That's
thought
crazy.
you'd appreciate that.
Do we have do we have another Eve topic we wanna look at before you head out?
There was a few things that I noticed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a few kind of interesting things that have been kind of cropping up over the last few weeks, whatever. Obviously, we had the pirate insurgency stuff that CCP released. There was also this week. So this happened like a month and a bit ago, right? There was this Korean blockchain week.
Oh yeah, let's go to that
conference thing, and Hilmar was apparently going to be speaking at it or something like that. And there was finally a video or a YouTube video broadcasty kind of
there was a recording of it uploaded.
Yeah, it was kind of it was kind of, but it wasn't. It was kind of weird. But he was essentially talking about blockchains and how he was looking at introducing blockchains and all that kind of stuff. And essentially, it was down to if blockchain. I think the last question of it was, are blockchain games going to be big next year or something like that? And he was like, if blockchain games are going to be big next year, it's not going to be because of blockchain. It's going to be because it's a good game, and it just has blockchain technology in it in some way, shape, or form.
I think he needs to go to the barber for his beard grooming. I mean,
you think
he's got some stuff going on there?
He's looking a little unkempt, but
maybe that's the look he's going for.
Maybe he needs to look more like a crypto bro.
I didn't know we had Korean Blockchain Week, but I'm glad you brought that up. I'm sure our viewers...
that happened like a month and a bit ago, and we were all, I remember seeing it and kind of going like trying to find a live stream of it or trying to find something of it, and there was like basically nothing until like very recently.
Yeah.
Probably for good reason.
Probably for good reason, yeah.
He does look a little sunburned, like they say, a little.
I mean, he's in Korea.
He's not Irish. He's not Irish.
He probably hasn't experienced the temperatures that they get in Korea like ever before in his life. Maybe.
Yeah, probably not.
Maybe every so often. Like
we do have to point out they have active volcanoes. So
Well, yeah, but they don't put their faces in them.
You would hope.
But I did.
Well, I would hope. Yes.
I did. I ended the video a little too soon. I should have, it looked like they had a bigger crowd than FanFest at that conference, so it's a little scary.
I mean, it's blockchain bros. Like, the hype is fucking real when it comes to them, because that's basically all that it's built on is hype, essentially. But the other thing I was able to dig out was the fact that there's this little there's this like Icelandic kind of game company that
Quest Portal?
that Hilmar, that Hilmar's kind of like involved in like financing.
I'm getting good at this. Look at this, McLeod. Look at this shit. I'm almost as good as you now.
Yeah, you're getting good, dude.
Hell.
Nice.
I know.
Yeah. As far as I can tell, this has nothing to do with the Oculus or Meta Quest in any way, shape, or form. It's just, close to
aimlessly using the name,
apparently, or something like that. But essentially, the idea is that they just want to sort of bring more tech to board games and basically being able to use tech to be able to play board games across all sorts of different places, across the world, like without having to have everybody in the same room, sort of thing.
Well, this is what needs to happen.
How they do it, not entirely certain, but yeah.
Okay, they want to bring tech to this stuff and make it super cool. Okay, it needs to be like that thing in Star Wars from the 70s where they had little dudes coming across and beating the crap out of each other on the Millennium Falcon. Okay. You want to go to the next level? Okay, that's right.
Yeah, like the little chessboard thing on the Millennium Falcon, right?
That's right. That's right. You got that dragon there. I want to see the dragon. I want to see fire. I want to see orcs' faces melting. I want to see shit happening. All right.
See, that's what I thought when I heard Quest. Like, I was like, oh, it's going to be an Oculus thing where like it's going to be not a totally fully virtual reality, but it's going to be augmented reality. I
Yeah.
thought that's kind of what it was going to be. So you're going to be able to like literally just have the Oculus Quest there, and like you'll see everyone else like playing the board game as well, like that sort of thing. But
I have seen
I don't
an
know. It's
advertisement.
slightly different to that.
Yeah, I have seen an advertisement locally. There's a new place, like everybody has kind of seen the laser tag thing, right? You run around the arena, you shoot each other, all that stuff goes on, right? Well, this one was basically you put like the 3D Oculus or something like that. I've not been there, so I don't know the technology that they're using, right? And you got some stuff on you, and you got your guns, and basically, as you look around, like you're in the video game, right? Shooting people. Zombies, whatever are coming at you. If I can find that link, I will share it, or maybe next week we'll have it come up. But yeah.
So, as far as I can tell, this is the other potentially, I believe, is potentially the other blockchain kind of project that he's got going. Other than obviously, Eve Awakening, whatever it is, which I don't think anybody has seen. Well, apparently a lot of people have seen it, but nobody's actually said anything about it, because there's apparently been play tests going on about the Eve Awakening thing, but like I've not seen or heard anybody talk about it such or leak anything about it. So that's intriguing. But apparently those are the two projects, potentially anyway. I could be wrong, but like they seem to be the only two projects that Hilmar's kind of working on in terms of blockchain.
All right, so let's go to the last one here real quick.
Oh, the TwitchCon thing.
No, not TwitchCon. GM Week.
Oh, GM Week. Oh, fucking hell.
Just in case.
Oh, my God.
GM Week, baby. We can do TwitchCon too, because I don't think, nobody believes GM Week is real. I don't think. But it is next week, the 23rd, on Monday. It starts, right?
Well, the most absurd thing about that is the line inside of this, which is in a whopper of first world problems. Team security has been so effective as of late that the pool of bots to whack is now virtually non-existent. So basically, the whack-a-mole kind of whack-a-bot event that they normally have in GM Week, where they pluck somebody who's clearly botting or doing nefarious stuff in a very big ship. They pluck them and they teleport them into Jira to basically get ganked by a bunch of people. Apparently, the team security has been so effective that they feel like they couldn't find enough marks to be able to teleport in and have people fuck over.
Or do they just all vanish for GM Week, right?
If we were mean, we could suggest that team security is actually not finding these bots anymore because the bots have stepped up their game.
Either stepped up their game, or potentially that
no one cares about Eve enough anymore to bot.
No, it's the large, because they want large ships for people to fight over. No, they don't want to teleport over the 65th fucking the 65th Ishtar or fucking or yeah, exactly, right. So because it just melt in like a fraction of a second to everybody.
Well, if it's 100 Ishtars
at once. Maybe, I don't know, but I kind of feel like I do kind of feel like they want to have they want to have to teleport big ships over for people to really gank and stuff.
I can't wait till somebody leverages generative AI into their bot.
Yeah, I mean, who's to say they're not doing it already?
Who knows?
Eric, who's to say?
Somebody's back. Somebody's back from. Oh, they're hobbling. They look. I don't know. She might die. I'm not.
What's going on? What's going on there?
She's somebody's back from her half marathon. Right? She looks. She's smiling, but it's the endorphins. Okay. You want to come
But
say
so with regards to this particular event, it seems as though a lot of people are skeptical about the good work that the team security has been doing, and that it's possibly more likely that people in big ships, i.e., capitals, supers, titans, don't use capitals, supers, or titans to rat because it's fucking pointless at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
So, whether that is true or not, I'll leave that up for all of you to decide. But like, I feel like that is a strong potential, right?
Yep.
It's a very strong potential on that one.
So I'll throw the TwitchCon. By the way, I really like this logo. It's very pink. It's very big. I love it. By the way, I almost bought the pink top to my new standing desk, but I didn't. I was close. So there we go.
So the only reason why TwitchCon is a thing is because we, broadcast on Twitch. It probably will affect us, like in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
The thing there's some things that I like and things that are basically like nothing burgers as such. The fact that where is it?
We got featured clips streaming together, customized alerts.
So chat countdown timers will be visible to moderators now. What chat countdown timers are basically is a way for people to see, or for the streamer to be able to see when an ad is about to come. Like there's basically a countdown to when an ad is going to occur. And the moderators will now have the option to snooze upcoming ad breaks, which is good for you guys out there who aren't subscribed, because we'll be able to delay the ad break until potentially we can't anymore, right?
Yeah.
Ads will eventually come, because that's just how Twitch is these days. But at least now we'll be able to at least do a little bit to alleviate it in some way, shape, or form. But it's already been visible for somebody who actually has like account access. But for when it comes to sort of shows like this, where it's basically run by moderators and people who have stream keys, we don't have access to be able to like deal with that stuff. But soon we will be able to. So there's at least that. That's a good thing.
There is. And by the way, to Cesaro.
I was hoping
Cesaro 01? Is that how you say that? Is the Imperium still a thing? Absolutely.
It definitely is, yeah.
It absolutely is.
My answer would be, I don't know, do you think I log in?
Oh. Clearly, you don't know. This is just an Imperium propaganda show. I mean, we just toe the party line. Everybody here is in some sort of all-knowing leadership, and, we're just keeping you all in the dark, which is completely not true.
Yeah.
1DQ by Christmas, baby. I've heard that before. Yeah, 17 months and 1DQ couldn't happen by Christmas. By the way, when I see 1DQ, I'm like the first Dairy Queen, right? That's where the Dairy Queen is in 1DQ.
I just want to point out, Eric, that might be true for you. I'm not in an all-knowing leadership position. I'm NDA, so I legally can't talk about it.
I've never been in an Imperium leadership position. Nor do I ever want to be.
I don't know about that.
See, that's how they get you. If you don't want to be in leadership.
No, I have many.
Oh no, that's all right.
I have so many things in real life that I have to do and volunteer for and stuff like that. I would not have the time.
Anyway, I gotta run.
You gotta run. Well, we'll see you, McLeod. It's the Eric and Soth show now.
It is.
I mean, we got no horrendous. Where the fuck is horrendous? Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Christ. Somebody be to slap him across the face with like a wet salmon or something like that, like real quick.
Wet salmon. That sounds like Monty Python news in the United States. If the Anybody who's a Monty Python fan here in the U.S., 500 theaters at the beginning of November, I think. Or is it December? I can't remember. I have to look. There are, in the movie theaters, they're bringing Monty Python, Quest for the Holy Grail, and the Holy Grail, not Quest for, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. 2 movie theaters, again, 500 theaters across the U.S. And if you go to the later show, it looks like one of the 2 shows is the talk along with the show version. I forget what they actually said. But you're expected to recite the show in the audience. So, of course, my 2 boys said immediately, "We're going, Dad." I'm like, "Okay, 3 seats." Boom. Because, the missus wouldn't go because she still married me after she bought that thing for me for my birthday on VHS. That's how long it was. And I started reciting the introduction credits, right? And she says, "Are you going to do this for the whole movie?" I'm like, "We have the script somewhere printed out here in the house. I mean, we even have the deleted scenes if you'd like to go through those." And she's like, "Oh my God." Okay, that was before. That's like the beginning of our dating. Okay, it's not like we've been dating for months and months and months. It's like the beginning of our dating, and she still married me. So I'm trying to figure out, is she insanely smart or just dumb, or did she just tolerate me and think I'd change? Anyway, me and the boys, we're going. So yeah. So anybody who likes Monty Python, which I'm not like a huge Monty Python fan, but man, the Holy Grail. It's like the Holy Grail of funny movies for me. I don't know. What do you guys think out there in chat? You've been quiet. Horrendous. Yeah, you know what? Horrendous could be dead. His cat could have eaten him. Because his cats will do that. I mean, dogs, they'll lay beside you and feel bad and whimper while you're dead. Cats will just eat you.
Cats will do that when you're dead. They won't kill you for the intent of eating you.
Yeah, I don't know. You never know. You never know with cats. I mean, cats are screwy. I don't trust them. I actually think if there's alien life on the planet, it's cats. It is. Or dolphins. One of the 2. But yeah.
What about corvids?
What?
Crows?
Crows? Oh, no. They'll eat your eyes.
Ravens.
That's for sure. Yeah.
They are also pretty smart.
Yeah. Octopus. You know what? If you have a pet octopus, I would believe it would come out of its tank, come upstairs, come into your room, and smother you to eat you. I do think an octopus would, because they're smart enough to do that crap, right? Eat your nose. Smart, yeah. They eat your nose. That'd be eat your nose.
Well, yeah, because it's easy for them to get their teeth onto, and it's pretty soft tissue, right?
There you go. Yeah, yeah. The also
it
for
makes
the
sense. Nose, ears,
yeah, throat.
Throat,
no,
yeah.
I don't know. Soft tissue first.
Throat is
Fingers.
probably harder to.
Fingers. Probably, yeah. They'll just eat you. By the way, for the latecomers, we think we have a wormhole-like meta show coming up here in about a little under 2 hours. So stay tuned. We also have drops enabled for those who have been here. Looks like we got 3 drops that were able when I started up the stream for 2 hours of watching. So, hey, get that ticker going. You got the rest of this show, and then you've got the meta show, so you can get some drops there.
My question is, how are we going to entertain chat for another 50 minutes with just the 2 of us?
Just the 2 of us. Well, I think that we should make banana milkshakes for everybody. Just hand them out, and everybody just, hang out, drink banana milkshakes. Oh, we got a new follower. Spot, thank you. Tell Asher jokes. I actually don't know any Asher jokes. I think I've been in a picture with Asher once. Maybe twice, but yeah, I've never really talked in depth with him. I don't know, so I don't have any good jokes about Asher. I've been in fleets with Asher, right? But yeah, no, I don't know. That's all you got? It looks pretty dark over there, Soth. You used
Does
to have
it?
the sun coming in the back window there on those drapes.
Well, it's October.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
How is Mitten's Furniture Company? I don't know how Mitten's Furniture... I don't even remember what his furniture company was. I think I went to the website once and it was like $8 million for furniture, so I didn't,
They at least I'm not over on the East Coast. It got a bit wet over there yesterday.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. It's probably like when I tell you over at East Coast, it's probably a bit weird for the Americans, but for us here in northern Germany, over at East Coast, it is about 30 to 40 kilometers.
Okay.
So it's not that far away. We had a big storm yesterday, and all of the like port cities on the East Coast were underwater.
Ooh. That's a lot of
Yeah, so
rain.
all the way up to Denmark as well.
Wow. Wow.
It wasn't the rain. It was the tide combined with high winds.
I gotcha. Ah, we got an islander. Yeah, an island. You're always close to the water. You are. Yeah, you go east to west coast. It takes you a couple days to drive it in the U.S.
Yeah, it takes half an hour for me.
5 hours by plane. Air flight, 5.5 hours, right? Unless you're in a military jet and it's about 10 minutes. Nah, I've never been in a military jet, so no. But yes. So yeah, well, we've had some rain here, but not a lot. It's not bad. So
we didn't have a lot of rain either.
you just
We had a
had
lot of wind, though.
wind combined with tide. Was it one of those super tides, high tides too, like full moon type tides where it really comes up high?
Well, so the water level was 2 meters above normal. That's over
That's a
6
lot.
feet.
Yeah.
That's 6.5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was just a combination of high tide and storm
I saw
with
a
winds
diagram.
from the correct direction.
Yeah, I saw a diagram the other day that said, if you would just plant mangroves in front of your houses at the beach, that you wouldn't get washed out all the time. Mangroves would protect you. I'm just sitting there going, no. SR 7159 minutes. Okay. What else we got? So out there in chat, what are you guys doing? Because you guys have been a little quiet today. So a couple of you have been good, right? Baltic Sea, 2 meters above. Wow. Yeah, they are mosquito beds, aren't they? I really like this new layout too. I didn't actually realize McCloud was only here for the first half of the show.
I mean, he did say that he would be.
Okay. Do you actually think I pay attention to what you guys say in Discord? I mean, at all?
No.
At all. No, actually, I do, but I just missed that.
I mean, you're a man, so of course you're not paying attention.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But yeah, I think somebody should yell at Arendis because he hasn't been here in a while. We have to check in on him. I think his cat killed him. I'm telling you.
I mean, what are you going to do next week? I'm not here next week.
I know, you're not here.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see. We'll see what we're doing next week. I will be here for sure. So, Rest Playboy, hanging out, relaxing, listening to the dulcet tones of the Push to Talk folks.
Just chilling, you know.
Well, yeah, I will say that I have not done my usual holiday decorating. I got in a little trouble with the wife, by the way. So she was out last weekend, and she came home, and Mrs. Eric, she's kind of a petite little girl, right? And and so she lugs home these two relatively large pumpkins from the store, right? And she says, I went out and finally got us some pumpkins because we haven't decorated outside at all. And I'm like, how many did you get? She goes, I got two. And I'm like, well, we need three. And I got a little trouble. Why didn't you tell me we needed three? I said, why didn't you tell me you're going out getting pumpkins? Well, that whole thing. It wasn't a real fight, folks. It's just a funny fight, right? And so I harassed her all week about not like all weekend, like we need three pumpkins because we have this little light show thing that, a lot of people have seen where you shoot the faces on the pumpkins, right? And they sing and tell jokes and do all that. And that's what we do with our pumpkins, right? So I need three. And plus we have three kids, so you gotta have three pumpkins. So, I had to send the boys out to go get another pumpkin during the week. But yeah, I harass her. Goons! Oh my god. Rex, are you serious? I love goons. They're like we're like goons. It's like even a Halloween thing. But, like a week after Halloween, Eric's going to be in like decorating for Christmas mode. And you'll all hate me and be mad because I'm decorating for Christmas, but the Christmas trees start to go up and all that shit happens. Just the way it is. We have so many Christmas decorations. It's crazy. How about you, Soth? You gonna have a Christmas tree this year, Soth?
No.
Why not?
I live alone.
So? When I lived alone, I had a Christmas tree.
Well,
I think you should go out in the forest and cut one down, bring it home. Probably have a squirrel living in it.
Totally didn't happen to you.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Shed. I do not have flashing lights outside the house. They're just on solid. Should be okay if you use that. National Lampoon. Oh my God. You know what? I have actually seen places where they like put the lights across the roof and everything. And I'm like, oh my God. I can't believe it. We're very tasteful here. We have a little garland outside, wreath on the front door, a couple lights outlining the house. We're good. So we're not too bad. Soth, apparently, he hates Christmas. Yeah, but Rex, we don't care that you're Horde. See, we don't care. You come to the show, listen to the show. This isn't all about goons. This is a little about everything. You're more than welcome
it's
here.
It's not like we also have Horde people on the show every now and then.
Yeah, sure. But yeah. So. Oh, humbug. Oh no. There's no humbug. One of the fun things we used to have it used to be a big thing here where I live. You'd go out caroling and you would collect money caroling and you would give it to the children's hospitals, like a whole children's hospital care fund thing. You got to be on the radio and say, hey, we raised $500, blah, 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 or whatever you raised. And we're from so-and-so. And you get to say hi to people live on the radio. It was kind of cool. It was like the thing to do all holiday season, right? And I'll never forget, like, first year at college and, some guys from a fraternity, they say, hey, let's all just go. And okay, so we went with them and we got guys and girls were, like every third house that we went to was like, hey, why doesn't everybody do a shot? And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not 21 yet, but I'm doing the shot. That was fun. But yeah, someplace way overboard. Mm-hmm. Well,
see, over here in Germany, we do, well, it's not really trick or treating, but it's similar. We do it on New Year's Eve. And it's not just the children, the the older ones, the older children, right? The ones who are allowed
older
to drink
children? Let's
already.
give me an age range for the older children, if you would.
Like between let's say 18 and 25.
Okay.
They do the rounds as well. But obviously they don't get traits. They get traits, right?
See, here trick-or-treating older would be 15, 16. That would be your old crowd trick-or-treating. However,
Yeah, they don't get alcohol though.
Yeah. When we were a young neighborhood, everybody in here, they're all in their 20s and whatever. Right now, everybody's kind of grown older in the neighborhood. But when we were a young neighborhood and everybody had little kids that you had to pull around in little strollers and wagons and stuff, right, house to house, we did do, shots and beers for the adults. Absolutely. Here, you're pulling your kid around in a wagon to get candy. Here, have a shot. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. No. By the way, houses aren't very far apart here either. So, like, you could be doing 2 shots inside of 5 minutes. Easy. So, yeah, it was fun. But, yeah, we do.
It's usually like, you do the rounds in the village you live in, right? So everyone knows everyone, right? So if you are doing the rounds, obviously you are staying for like 20 minutes, half an hour, like talking about shit, having a drink, right? And then you go to the next house.
We call that, well, when we were young and everybody cut their grass on Sundays, right? That was just like Sunday afternoon. Cut your grass, go over to your neighbor's house, BS for an hour or so or 2, and drink beer in their garage. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, New Year's Eve here is a little bit different, right? There's the usually you're going out to dinner, seeing a movie, going to a party somewhere, and then you're sleeping in on New Year's Day, and then you're going to dinner at somebody's house for New Year's Day dinner, right? So that's, it's kind of different. But yeah, Halloween's a big deal. Starts at 6:00 in the evening, and everybody, all the little kids around. It's kind of cool when you see the little kids, the ones here for the first time, because mom's prompting them. You got to say trick or treat. You got to say thank you. And then you got the older kids who already got that down. Then you got the kid that's like, yeah, my sister didn't come out. I'm collecting candy for my sister. It's like, yeah, sure you are. Okay, kid, take 2. I don't care. Just get out of here, Right? I'm collecting candy for my sister, too. And then when they all come back, they all got these bags, and no cool kid, like, when you're little, like 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe, you're, you have the actual trick-or-treat holiday Halloween bag, right? Then when you graduate to the next level, you just got a pillowcase, man. Okay, you just got mom's old pillowcase. You're going around with the pillowcase. You're filling that crap up, and then you're going back to your friend's house. Then you're laying all your candy out. You're sorting all your candy, and then it's like, this is how everybody learns to play fantasy football and do all the trades and picking and all that stuff. Because then there's the negotiation. I'll give you 3 Snickers for 2 Reese's peanut butter cups, right? I mean, the whole thing goes on, right? So yeah. And
yeah, I heard it's becoming more and more thing that parents are actually going around with their like little children, like 2 or 3 years old, and collecting treats for their children, right?
Okay, they're not going around with their children they're carrying them.
Yeah.
Okay, they carry them to the door, set them down in front of the door, and says, ring the door, whatever. They can't even reach the doorbell, right? Whatever's going on. You ring our doorbell, you get spooky sounds because we have the Nest doorbell, right? So it's been like spooky sounds all October. That's how much decorating we did this year. Spooky sounds. That's it. And 3 pumpkins. Now we have 3 pumpkins. But
So you are not the one that had the cops come 3 times because his front yard looked like a crime scene.
no.
Did you see that story?
Yeah, if the cops come to this house, we've called them. Right? We're going. We're having them. We're giving them some evidence on somebody we're going after. Right? That's when they come here. But we have like around where I live, we have great cops.
You gotta have some nasty neighbors if they're calling the cops because of your Halloween decorations.
Yeah, some people do that over the Christmas decorations too. I mean, some people just, people have different thoughts, different theories, different stuff, right? So,
I mean, with Christmas decorations, like I've seen some stuff where I'm like, yeah, I would totally like call the authorities as well, right? If you have like flashing lights, with like 5,000 watts, like directly into your living room, then I understand why that's not a good idea, right?
yeah. And again, that's it's just people not being able to get along too. I mean, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and I don't care about you, right? That kind of thing takes me back to and my where I grew up, we were on like 1 acre lots, right? That's not giant, it's not small, but it's a pretty good sized lot. And the driveway lights for my parents, if they would leave them on, it was enough that it, was bright enough it went in the neighbor's side window, right? And it just annoyed them. They didn't like the lights on, right? So we just made it a point that lights are on when we really need them. They don't stay on all night, and, we just be neighborly. People lose that. If neighbors feel like a directed photon attack, feel free to speak up.
If your
Karen's
Christmas
everywhere.
decorations are bright enough to heat up the neighbor's living room, then it might be a bit too much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, our lights definitely light up our lot. I mean, I only put lights
not
around
light
the edge
up.
of the house.
Heat up.
Oh, heat up. If you have enough lights that you're kicking off my my solar panels, and I'm generating electricity. I think it's okay. If my neighbors put enough lights up that my solar panels generated electricity, I'm not sure I would complain. And actually, I mean, I'm thinking about this, right? We do not have drapes on any of our windows. We don't have any drapes. We either have, we either have shutters, not shutters, but I'm trying to think what they call them.
Yeah,
anyway.
I can't tell you what they call them as well.
Yeah. They're very southern, and they're inside, and I don't know. But anyway, we have all kinds of things. But we have some blinds, but we don't. They are like blinds, but they're not Venetian blinds. They really, I mean, they're actually on doors that close over the windows from the inside. I just I'm the one who ordered them. I'm the one who wanted them. I should remember what the hell they're called. But hey, very colonial.
Wait,
I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google it, people, right?
What's this called in English?
Plantation. Okay, plantation shutters is what they're called.
What are plantation shutters?
So they're actually on a frame, and they open, and so you would open them up. And
it's like a window frame, but with shutters.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we have
what we have more and more are like roller blinds on the outside of the house, with like an electric motor.
Okay, cool.
Which are really cool. Like my parents have them, and you can actually set a timer for them so that you get like woken up by the sun.
That is cool. Yeah. I am thinking about putting something like that on our back deck between our open spaces that kind of come down and give privacy on the back deck, but you can kind of see out but not really see in.
German blast shields. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
they look like. I mean, they are made out of metal as well.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, we get pretty high winds here regularly, right? So if you put shutters on the outside of your house, they need to be able to take a beating.
I want to see. Somebody was just at the front door. I'm just trying to see what the hell was going on.
Well, chat, what else has been going on? Did we miss anything?
Nope, we just get another delivery.
You got a delivery.
I did. It's the third delivery we got today. Third different service.
Did you order a giant blow up skeleton?
We didn't, and I did want to get skeletons this year. I'm going to share that with everybody, because we wrap around porch. The house can look a little bit southern for a northern climate, right? And we have rocking chairs that we can put out in the front. They're usually in the back, but we can put them out in the front, right? And so I wanted to put a couple skeletons in rocking chairs, and we have another little bench over to the side too by the front door. I wanted to have some skeletons out there, and then I wanted to get little motors that would just rock the chairs, right? You can set that up pretty easy, so that they're hanging out, and not necessarily dress them scary, right? But dress them kind of funny, or just something, right? Not clowns or anything, because that scares people, but just kind of funny. My a good friend of mine, he lives in Chicago, the suburbs of Chicago, and in high school, he was a really good artist. That's not what he does now, but he was an artist, and one of the things they did was in their art class was make a clay bust of themselves, or it might have been. It might not be clay, but it was a bust of themselves, right? So he has a bust of himself that he's kept it, right? And every holiday he sticks it outside on a table, and his wife hates it. It's just the greatest thing that his wife hates it, right? and he dresses it up like in a different hat for the holiday, and like for Christmas he puts a little white beard on it and stuff. He just changes it all the time, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of cool. So I told him he needed to just mass produce them so we can all just put it out front every holiday. But I wanted to do the skeletons this year, but I went to do the skeletons and they were sold out, and I was just like, okay, I'm just not going to do anything. And now it's 2 weeks before Halloween or whatever the hell it is. And
wait, are you telling me you couldn't order them on Amazon?
Not the ones I wanted. These ones stayed in position, and I couldn't find them on Amazon, and they really looked nice, So
by the way, did I tell you that I'm technically kinda working for Amazon too now?
Oh, are you? What are you doing?
Technically, so I work for a logistics company, right? And we actually have an Amazon fulfillment center as well. Because we are a big logistics company, so kind of makes sense, right?
That's cool. I like it. Amazon's everywhere, man.
Yeah. We don't only do Amazon, right? Amazon is just like one building on our premises, and what's funny is that we have like what is it? We have 22 warehouses on premises. And we have I think it's 8 silos for animal feed and stuff like that. And all of that has the same house number.
Oh, that's funny.
So deliveries get funny.
I can imagine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, so far today, we've had Amazon here delivering. We've had FedEx here, and we've had UPS just a little bit ago. So, we had for those in the audience who know, last Christmas, we got 3 guinea pigs, and they looked like they're in the little housing together, hanging out, doing good. So we're like, oh yeah, we don't know enough about guinea pigs, so we figured but they were all males, so they all began to fight, and we have them all separated. So looks like 2 of them would get along again, though. So we're doing that. So, but they're kind of like potty trained, and one of them needs a bigger little box to do his stuff in. So we got one of those this morning, and then they got new hay boxes, so they got new hay. So that came this morning. I don't know what just came. I'm betting it's probably my new lights for the outside on the deck. The back deck, I did Phillips hue on the front and the back, but in the front, I couldn't get the hue that I wanted, so they're just shades of white. And the back are, RGB, right? RGBW. So I got RGBW ones for the front now, so we've got to install those, so it'll be fun. So that'll be the next phase of decorating, right? I can make it all orange out there, or whatever the hell color I want for it. We'll see how that goes, And then at Christmas we can, do whatever we want. I'm thinking of putting a Christmas tree. We have a wraparound porch, right? So right over here as I look this direction, right? That's my front door outside my office. And then it's wraparound porch all the way around the house, all the way across the back, right? So I'm thinking, because I saw somebody in my parents' neighborhood do this, they had something similar. They had a cooler looking house though, but they put a Christmas tree on the corner outside underneath the wraparound porch. I might do that because I used to have a really nice pine tree on one side, but it's gone. And so we can't really decorate any of our trees. So I want a tree. So I want to put one up. There you go. Christmas. I love Christmas. I grew up with parents that, had Hallmark stores and things, right? So Christmas was a big freaking deal. And then my mother was like, she could decorate the house for Christmas. I don't do inside as well. And then my wife doesn't decorate for Christmas, but it is very clear. Now, we do have inside Halloween decorations that my daughter picked. And I'm like, you're like your grandmother. You're a good inside you're in charge. You're in charge from now on all the inside stuff. So we'll see how she does this year. She has her own Christmas tree with her own Christmas tree decorations. I'm waiting to see what the color scheme is this year. She buys new ornaments every year for her Christmas tree. I told her eventually she's going to have to cycle, but we'll see. So yeah, we're ready. We already have our candy for Halloween. So we're good there. And my wife has hidden it. I haven't found it, so I can't eat it.
Did you get all the good stuff?
She gets the good stuff. Whole big, full-size candy bar. We don't do fun size here. We did do fun size one year because, Costco had like 1 million fun size. My wife got it. I said, you realize when you get the fun size, you have to let them go in. We have a giant bowl, right? You have to let them go in the bowl and take like 2 handfuls and put them in their bag, right? You do realize that because you can't give out, a kid like one fun size. Here you go. You're gonna get toilet papered and egged at the end of the night. Okay, you can't do that. Okay, the goal is you give them more chocolate than they can eat in a lifetime in one night. All right, that's the goal. Just pretend your grandparents giving shit away. You're good. I do. I have a big night tonight. I have to go out. Well, I'm going out to dinner. My parents have a bunch of friends in town that are all the parents from our neighborhood that we grew up in, all the important ones anyway. So I'm going out to dinner with them. And my wife is taking my daughter, if she's able to walk. I'm not sure she'll be able to walk. She should be in the hot tub by now. I set it all up for her with the heater outside. But we'll see how that goes. She has to take the daughter to go see the Eros movie, the T Swifter, right? She's 13. She's got to see Taylor Swift,
Nah.
It hasn't made her watch football, though. So, we don't have that. I can't believe I'm raising a daughter in the town I am, and she doesn't like football. It makes me sad. A little bit sad. Even my sister likes football. Not my daughter. She's a cheerleader, and she doesn't like going to the football games to cheer, so I have that problem. So.
Okay.
Hey, didn't you have football over there, or you have it this Sunday over in Germany, right? American football. Yes, drops. Yes, drops blood.
Yeah, we should have drops.
Yep.
I think.
I've been getting points all day. So, but yeah, don't we have football in Germany?
No, we do have football in Germany. But it's
I think you have a game this week.
Here. Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
Let's see when they are. It is Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. And somebody else. Let's see. In Munich.
In Munich? Well, that's not Germany.
I'm just saying that's what they're saying here. Oh, no, that was last year was Munich. Okay, where are they at in Germany this year? Looking. Oh, I guess there's a website to go. Is anybody? Come on, Claymore, Scotland, American football. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. Frankfurt.
Which
Frankfurt
one?
Stadium.
There's two Frankfurts in. There's two Frankfurts in Germany.
Hey, I only know
Frankfurt. And they are on opposite sides of the country.
Hey, I'm just saying we did 3 in London. We did October 1st, October 8th, and October 15th. And 2 in Frankfurt Stadium, November 5th and November 12th. You got the Dolphins and the Chiefs and the Colts and the Patriots. What?
But which Frankfurt? There are 2 Frankfurts in Germany. One in East and one in West Germany.
Hey, I'm saying. Kidding. You're one Germany now. For crying out loud, there's no freaking wall.
Yeah, but there's still 2 Frankfurts.
Frankfurt Stadium is where it's supposed to be at. That's all I know.
I'm pretty sure both Frankfurts have a stadium as well.
You know what? I'm gonna use my amazing powers that I was taught. Right? Let's see if this works. So here we go. We're going to it. This is all I got. See that? That's it. That's it, son. All right.
It takes a few seconds to
I
come
know.
through to me. I have to full screen this too.
There's a little red dot. So wherever that little red dot is, that's where it is. All right.
Oh,
You
yeah,
figure out if it's east or west. All right.
That's
There we go.
west.
See? West. There you go. All done. Southern Germany. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? That's all I know. That's from the NFL webpage right there. NFL.com/UK. By the way, it's NFL.com/UK/international-games. Okay. That's the URL.
So, for all the Germans, that's Frankfurt am Main.
Frankfurt? You said that almost like a French guy. Frankfurt?
Well, it is not far away from France,
Oh, there you go.
which I mean, might be the reason it's called Frankfurt.
Maybe.
Or someone called Frank actually built the city. I don't know.
Did he by chance build a fort?
Yeah.
Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Frankincense. I don't know. Frankfurter. I'm a fan of the Frankfurter, by the way. Drugs, hookers, and criminals in Frankfurt. I don't know about that, Zippo. You know?
I've never been to Frankfurt, so couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Almost in Bavaria, you know. Hey, do you guys over there have like Bavarian pretzels? Like, is that a thing?
We just call them pretzels.
They're like giant. They're like this big and they're soft and they're like maybe an inch thick, and you dip them in cheese.
You dip them in cheese.
Oh yeah, we dip
what we do is we make pretzel rolls, like bread rolls. And you just you put some cream cheese on it and then some other toppings. They are amazing.
They're just big soft pretzels. They get big, you know. We actually have a place you can go here just to buy pretzels, all kinds. It's crazy.
We just make the pretzels ourselves. Like,
Zippo, I'm gonna look that up after the show, buddy. You know, just because you mentioned it. That's why we do the show, to find stuff out like that.
I think I actually still have some pretzels in the freezer.
Yeah, we can buy them frozen, heat them up in the oven. You know, yeah. We actually have a whole bakery that's just pretzels around here.
It's not rushed with baking soda and water. They are cooked in baking soda and water.
I'm a big pretzel guy. I am a fresh bread person. Like making fresh bread, I would love that, and also bagels. I love bagels. I can eat bagels for days.
Yeah, we have bread rolls that are amazing. We don't need bagels.
Bread rolls.
If you ask me, our bread rolls are better than bagels.
Crusty
You should
German
come
bread
over
rolls.
here, and I should take you out for food.
I should.
Yeah, you
My
should.
son has been there. And by the way, I mean, for those who don't know, when my son did his little Europe thing, he said the food in France sucked. But when I went to Germany and Austria was the best food that they had the whole time there. He had a fried fish sandwich in Austria that he thought was amazing. And
the thing is that
every meal he said in Germany was amazing.
The thing is, we Germans, we don't care about how our food looks like, right? We don't give a damn about optics when it comes to food. We care about taste, right?
Yeah, it's good. I love German food.
And the French are kind of like well, not the other way around, but they do care a lot about presentation when it comes to food
And butter.
and butter, which isn't a bad thing. Let's be honest.
No. You know, I do steaks and I put a little butter on them to finish them off. Everybody looks at me funny around here, like, "What? You put the butter on?" I'm like, you eat the butter on them when you buy it. Get them in the restaurant. They're like, "There's no butter on." I'm like, "There's butter on them. You just don't know it."
There's just, I personally don't like cooking with butter. Like if I'm frying something up in a pan or something, I use sunflower margarine or I use ghee.
Ghee, excellent. Yeah, higher smoke point.
Yeah. Or rapeseed oil,
I will.
which is wait, what's it called in American again? It's called
See,
canola.
canola oil. Yeah,
Yeah, or rapeseed.
we have a bunch of that around here.
We do too.
We don't cook with a lot of oil. I mean, if we cook, we'll cook with butter, but we don't. Yeah, we don't. I do. My favorite kind of, as it turns cold here in kind of the northeast of the United States, and all the leaves change, so it's kind of the fall thing. One of my favorite things is you just slice up apples, throw them in a frying pan, a little bit of butter, and you kind of fry them up and caramelize them just a little bit, and you just stick them in a bowl and eat them. I am the only one in my family that likes it. I grew up with it. My immediate family, like, you go to my parents and like everybody loves it. But they're warm. They're not quite soft and mushy, but they are soft. There's still a little firm, little texture to them. We use Golden Delicious when we do it. Just fantastic. And you can do anything. You throw a little sugar, throw a little cinnamon on it if you want. Just the butter on it. It's just great.
You should really come over here so I can make my apple cake for you.
Yeah. You've talked about your apple cake a number of times. I think, yeah.
It's my favorite cake.
All right.
It is just amazing.
See, and by the way, for those latecomers to the show, we front loaded the show with Eve. All right, we front loaded it with Eve. All right, so if you wanted some good Eve talk, you missed it. So go watch the reruns. Watch it in rerun. You'll get all the Eve stuff. We even had pictures. We had pictures and shit. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, skip the first half hour if you want to get to the Eve shit, because
yeah. I had to click things and make things happen on camera, and it was pretty impressive for me.
Yeah. Sadly, Mac had to go, and Dirk is busy getting totally not dragged off in front of an Israeli embassy with Greta Thunberg.
Yeah. He's at a literary festival. Okay, that's where Dirk is. Okay, literary festival. Okay.
I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like an excuse.
Okay, so if we were physically in the same location, Dirk and I, and he said this, like if we were at the bar, he says, tomorrow I'm going to a literary festival, I would have to smack him upside the head and say, "What the hell is wrong with you?" Okay, because this does not sound riveting to me. Okay, and by the way, this is my one last thing, right? So Dirk, I mean, if you say I'm going to Renaissance Festival, right? Hey, I get some smoked turkey legs, dress up a little bit, see a little jousting, a little, sword play, have some fun. But I mean, what do they even do? Yeah, it sounds like a Scholastic book fair. You're right there, man.
See, I had some fun today. My parents called me and were like, "Hey, we made an appointment at the Italian restaurant that you wanted to check out." I'm
we call that a reservation in the United States.
Or reservation, yeah.
The appointment, you go to the doctor or the dentist or something shitty. Okay.
Okay, a reservation. And I'm like, wait, when did you call them? Oh, just like 5 minutes ago. I'm like, you know the restaurant is at the waterside, right? It was literally underwater tonight.
Oh my God.
They picked up. It already sounded busy. Okay.
Okay. Well, you know what? This is a true story since you mentioned that. I was in Alexandria, that is right outside of Washington, D.C., one time. And there was a lot of rain going on and things happening, and the Potomac was a little high, and we watched it rise. And there was this restaurant at the end of Old Alexandria, okay, right on the Potomac. We literally, like, we went into the bar, and the water was rising up a little bit. There were people in the restaurant eating, okay? We came out of the bar. People are still in the restaurant eating, and there's a little window on the side, and the water is above the window. So if you're in the restaurant and you're looking outside this window, it's like you're looking at the top of a fish tank, right? They're still in there eating. Apparently, the thing was waterproof or something. I don't know. But they were in there. They were literally should have been sitting in the water, right? But they were there.
I'm pretty sure these guys have built waterproof as well. It's not unusual for this area to be underwater.
Yeah. Well, but this house looked like it was like circa Revolutionary War. It was not like a new building. This looked, the reverse fishbowl. Yeah, I know. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, dude, are we just drunk?
Do I have to remind you that our cities are a bit older than yours?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are a lot older.
There's this fish auction place in Hamburg, and it's directly at the water, which makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
That thing is underwater like 10 to 15 days a year.
Oh, wow.
If you come in, you can actually see the water level on the walls. It's crazy.
Oh, wow. Well, it probably just...
And it's not like this high up, right? Like the water level is actually like head height when you come in.
Oh, wow. There used to be, and I don't know if the building's still there or whatever, but it was the old press building here in Pittsburgh. And, they used to have a watermark on the building. Like they like painted it like 26.5 feet, whatever the hell it was. And I don't know what it was, but it was up there, right? He goes, this is the flood of like 17, whatever it was, right? It was probably the 1900s, to be honest with you. But, and this is where the water was on the building. This is how deep it was right where you're standing. And you're just sitting there going like, the entire city was underwater. Holy shit. Crazy. But fish market, that's probably how they clean it, right? Water comes through.
Yeah, just
doesn't smell like fish anymore. We're good.
Let the flood carry it out.
Yeah. I see we got some drops being claimed here. So that's or I claimed all 3 drops or whatever, So we got
Eric, we did manage to tangent our way through this entire show.
We did. And thank you to everybody in chat for helping us do that. But so it is now 3 o'clock. It just twitched over 3 o'clock U.S. Eastern Time. And so we're going to remind everybody that there is a big meta show. It is, they might have a little to do with a little chat on wormholes. So that might be interesting among the other normal meta show grandeur that's going on there. So we invite everybody, come back in an hour, get some more drops because they'll be enabled for meta show as well. And make sure that you enjoy it and have a great weekend. You got anything there, Soth or Sil, for everybody?
No, I think we talked enough.
All righty. All right, go have another banana milkshake, okay, buddy? All right, enjoy your weekend. And everybody, and by the way, I should click back on the screen because I like to watch chat in the actual show. We are out of here. You have a great one. See you, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
And we're clear.